Dad. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
Empower.
Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
You want Black Friday prices without the Black Friday crowds. Lowe's gets it. We check the calendar, and Christmas is coming early. $99 is all you need to grab your favorite select 7-foot pre-lit artificial Christmas tree for the holiday season. And don't sweat what gifts to get Dad, because we've got up to 40% off select tools and accessories. That's how Lowe's celebrates Black Friday early. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Theis. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
This message is sponsored by the Ounce of Prevention Fund of Florida and the Florida Association of Broadcasters.
You're pregnant. How far?
1 month, 2. No doctor yet. I can't afford it.
Protect yourself and your baby. The health department can help you out. Test for STDs.
I don't have diseases.
You don't know. You don't always have symptoms. STDs make you and your baby sick.
I don't want my baby sick.
No one cares more about your baby than you.
I'm calling my county health department.
Santa Fe Ford in Alachua is overstocked with new Ford trucks. From Mavericks to F-Series Super Duties. Also, we have many Ford SUVs. Prices slashed thousands. Santa Fe Ford, just 12 minutes from Gainesville, 25 from Lake City, and 50 minutes from Ocala. Santa Fe Ford, where low overhead guarantees the lowest price. In the Pecan Grove, exit 399 Alachua. Shop 24/7 at santafeford.com.
Thankfully, we haven't had any strong rains or winds this storm season, but it's not over yet. Daughtry Tree Service reminds you that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, meaning fix it now before it's a problem. If you have broken, dead, or compromising limbs, shallow roots, or deceased trunks, call Daughtry Tree for a free risk assessment. Now that just makes sense. Local, trusted, and fully insured. Be safe and make your appointment today. Visit DaughtryTree.com. Daughtry Tree, your tree service people.
Spurrier's Gridiron Grill is a special type of place for Gator fans and fans of great food, which is why we made every day special. Join us on Martini Tuesdays for half off our handcrafted martinis and wine Wednesdays, where you can enjoy a bottle of wine for 50% off. On Old Fashioned Thursdays, indulge in our selection of 8 classic old-fashioned cocktails. And of course, don't forget Sunday brunch. And now you can look special in some of our great merchandise, available at the restaurant or online at Spurriers.com. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, the hottest restaurant in Florida in the heart of Gator Nation.
This program is paid for by WRUF Gainesville, W251CT, it's WRUF Ryan Theis Show, HD2 WRUF Radio. No stranger to being a head coach, Theis has 14 NCAA tournament appearances on his resume, including 3 trips to the national semifinals.
Parks sets the middle. August got it down for the kill.
Now, the former UF assistant returns to Gainesville for his first year as head coach of the Florida Gators.
What a comeback for the Gators.
The Ryan Theis Show on WRUF is presented by International Diamond Center and the Gator Attack Club, and brought to you in part by Meldon Law, Alma Mater, Ruse Ogra State Farm, Quality Plumbing, UF Bookstore, Doreen Wiebe, Miapa Latin Cafe, Titan MRI, Campus USA Credit Union, Fairlife Milk, and the head beer coach.
Alongside Ryan Theis, here's the voice of Gator Volleyball, Tom Collett.
And a pleasant good evening. Welcome to our Tuesday night presentation. For the next hour, we talk Florida Volleyball with you. Ryan Theis here, our head coach in the studio, as well as a very special guest tonight in Kira Hutson, who's going to be part of the show as well. If you'd like to be part of the show, You can join us on the Meldon Law fan phone line, the official accident law firm partner of the Florida Gators. Meldon Law, we won't back down. That number to call is 352-392-8255. Again, 352-392-8255. AJ producing our show tonight. He will take your calls and get you on the air with both Ryan and Kira. You can also send us an email. If you're a little bashful and don't want to talk on the radio with us, you can do that at theryanticeshow@gmail.com. You can also send us a question on YouTube because we are live on YouTube with the show every week. So you can do that as well. I have the chat pulled up right here to my left. You can ask your question or have a comment for the coach and for Kira. Let's get right into it tonight, shall we, as the Florida Gators come off a split weekend. First, a great Halloween performance at Georgia. You blocked well. You did all aspects of the game pretty well. What pleased you the most, Ryan, about the win at Georgia on Friday night?
Well, going into the week, the team reminded me of the previous year where that trip went 0-2, and my pitch was, I don't care, right? Is let's move forward and we're a new team and let's go get a win. The most important part from our perspective was the situation we're in with seeding for the SEC tournament, and interestingly enough, right now we sit in the 4 spot, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We hold tiebreakers over all of them. Mm-hmm. So the Georgia one we knew was really big in terms of tiebreaker and, hoping to be in one of those top 4 seeds with remaining. So that I was most pleased with our performance in that one. And then being tough after 20, which has been a theme of ours. I thought we executed very well against Georgia.
Kill leader. A middle. Jayla August had quite a night.
She did. And at one point, she was, I think, hitting around 900, and she actually got a kill that nicked an arm of a back row player. And we challenged it so she would stay around 900. And I do believe the player touched it, as does our entire team. But for the fans out there that view from TV, the back court touch is one of the hardest angles to overturn because there's no camera set up in a specific spot. In front row touches, in sidelines, all of those have cameras directly on them. There's no camera on the middle back defender. So Jayla was animate. There was a touch. I actually thought there was too. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I was told the challenge by the team.
Okay.
And said okay.
And you listened.
And yeah. Oh yeah. When they tell me to challenge, I challenge, unless it's like 1-5 or 2, So they had a good beat on it, and I think that would have kept Jayla around 900. But instead, she finished with, I think, the 4th highest hitting efficiency in Florida history, something like that.
722 is pretty good.
Yeah, great match by her.
That is approaching Ramat Al-Hassan numbers.
Yeah, but flip an error to a kill. And
right.
That's what I believe she actually produced.
7 blocks. You had to be happy with the way the team played defense because you're up against the second best blocking team in the SEC, and you outblocked them 7-3 in the 3-set match.
Yeah, I think Auburn was leading going into that match, and we outblocked them as well. It's interesting, conference statistics. It's actually we might be like 7th or 8th or something in the league in blocks, and I feel like we've outblocked most opponents, the majority of them, and I could try and look that back up, but I think we're a pretty good blocking team, and I think we touch a ton of balls and make defense easier for us. And so I don't know if the block number really shows how good I think we are at it so much as our overall defensive number, which I think is like 3rd or 4th in the league.
You only allow as well 2 aces by the home team, Georgia. Home teams always seem to serve better on their home court, and serve receive was also very good.
Yeah,
on Friday night.
Kira and our passing group did really well.
What is it? Sure. I was going to ask Kira that because she seems, I look at all the statistics, I watch all the matches, I call a lot of the matches. She is the number 1 target of every team in terms of serve receive. I think one match you were 47 for 47. And it must give you a great pride to be able to get the ball into Alexis Stuckey and run the Florida offense and serve receive.
Yeah, sometimes you definitely have to frame it a certain way because sometimes I'm like, oh, why are they serving me? Like, it's a 2, I'm passing a 3, 2 again. Like, I'm like, come on, just serve someone else, give me a quick break. But then I'm like, I have the opportunity to control this game in a way. Like, my passing is what is helping the team, and I get to control some aspect because I can't necessarily control everything else with my arm. It's like, this is what I'm giving to the team.
Mm-hmm. You have excelled in every aspect of the game in terms of offense, defense, blocking. Ryan calls you one of the best pin blockers we have on the team. And you are a great back row defender. What gives you the most satisfaction in terms of what you bring to the court? We just talked about serve receive, but the other aspects of the game.
I just want to try and make the game as easy as possible for everyone else. Like, if I can touch a ball and slow it down, it's like, oh, Emily just stands there and digs the ball. Or like, if I can pass the ball right on Stuckey's head, why not? Like, I just want it to go as smoothly for everyone else, especially with how much everyone has been through, like with Stuckey's knee injury, Emily's knee injury. It's like any way I can make their lives easier helps me.
Redshirt freshman. I mean, you've been here for, it seems like forever. I remember the Tampa match when you came out guns blazing, 14 kills. The two of you with Kennedy Martin, of course, is now transferred, but you set a Florida record for a true freshman in their debut with over 30 kills. That was an amazing start, and then wow, the injury bug bit you again. It must feel good to be back on the court this year and really contributing.
Oh yeah, as soon as I put that jersey back on, I posted a TikTok in it, went viral. I was like, you know what? I'm back. It's been 2 years. I've only used this for media day, but now I get to play.
That's awesome. How did you get here from Aurora, Illinois? I've been wanting to ask you that question ever since you arrived on campus.
I don't know. I mean, Mary's really good at recruiting. We all know that. Like, she is the face of like female coaches when it comes to D1 volleyball, and that's just what I wanted to play for at the time. It was like, Mary, that's it. And I didn't take any calls really from anyone else. I was like, I don't know what it is about Florida, but I want to be there.
We're certainly glad you're here.
Can I tell a funny story with that?
That's fine. Yeah, go right ahead.
So we had reached out to talk to Kira on June 15th when I was at Marquette, and she gave me a time for a call. And I was driving. This was coming out of COVID, where we were basically allowed to recruit for a month. Okay, now you can go recruiting again. We had 80 evaluation days we were allowed to use. So as coaches, we all went on the road for, 3 straight weeks. So I was driving somewhere, I don't even know, like Virginia or something, going from one practice to another. And I've got this Kira call, and I have no service. I'm like in mountains. And I drive off, I find service, I get on a Zoom, I pull over in the car. I'm parked on a desert road. There's no one around me. I flip open my laptop to be told in 5 seconds that she committed to Florida. And I said, I wish you the best. I obviously think extremely highly of Mary and Florida. And that was my recruiting story. It lasted 5 seconds.
A 5-second recruiting visit. That's the shortest on record that I can think of.
But she was required by family or club to call everybody that,
Yeah, my club coaches made me call everyone back that had come to like see practices, just because you never know what's going to happen. And this is a great example. Like, now Ryan's my coach here at Florida. It's like, imagine if I treated him any differently. Like, it just wouldn't leave a good taste on his tongue.
Yeah, and club volleyball, we've had this discussion back and forth. A few years ago, there were a few players down in Orlando who played club and didn't play their high school year. How did you balance that between high school and club?
Well, I actually played beach volleyball in club too, so I was kind of like, I'm just going to do it all. I don't really care.
Wow.
Like, I'm going to do indoor, I'm going to do beach at the same time, and I'm just going to go from there and just keep trying to get better. But I will say Illinois was a little different when it came to COVID rules. So our high school season, I think the first year of COVID was in the springtime. So it was like, well, I'm in the middle of club season. So, and no one really in Illinois went to play high school at that time. So I just stuck with club.
Really? High school volleyball in Illinois is not big.
Oh, no, it is big.
Well, that time.
Yeah, not at that time.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
some
good.
schools weren't allowing it at all. So it was like, does your school do it? During COVID, it was that state was one of the most
restrictive.
Yeah,
or challenging. That's a good way to put it. Fast forward then to Sunday. You go to the small gymnasium that we know in South Carolina, Columbia, which is a very unique place to play. And you and I have talked about it, that one of the things that you've really been working on stressing with these players is to be consistent in serving. And you had one of the poorer, I guess is a word to say it, or not effective serving matches at South Carolina. And you look at all the other statistics and you out-hit them.
We were out blocking them until the fourth. They got 4 in the fourth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, without question, we were producing enough points. We were really high air. I mean, and I think I said that, and that's probably in the story afterwards, is from an attack and serve perspective. It was too high air to be successful on the road. We try and average around 8, and we're normally around like 9.5, which is high, and we know that as a team, and we've addressed that. We have to score our points because we're scoring some for the other team as well. And I think in the last one we were 15. I think we were 12 in the first 2 sets. So without question, the air bug caught up with us in a large number and cost us that match.
And what was it like for you, Kira, to play in that environment, in that gymnasium? It's a much different place than the massive arena you play in at the Exact Tech Arena at the O'Connell Center, or even when you might travel to Kentucky in Memorial Gymnasium, a lot of pursuit area around the court. This is, you're confined to where it is. When we called radio from there, it was not uncommon to be hit by balls 3 or 4 times during the match.
Yeah, I mean, I personally loved it. I think when the gym is bumping like that, it's a lot easier to get hype when good things happen, and it's a lot easier to keep your mind convinced to stay in this game. There's so many people, I can look everyone in the eye and they can see me too.
I remember Audi Cruz back in 2003. She loved it when the fans behind her, because she would take an approach to serve, and she just let them have it. Here we go. We're going to get that jump serve in right now and make you eat your words by egging me on to try to perform poorly.
You throw in tight environment, but also low ceiling and different volleyball. And those are 2 elements that are really. The first play of the game, for example, we ripped a ball that was dug and was 100% heading out of bounds on our side of the net. Hits a beam, and they are completely calm and prepared to play that ball back towards their attacker, and they go up 1-0 on a ball that we killed in virtually every other gym. And so it's a tough environment for sure.
Did you train or practice that way too, by throwing balls up into the rafters?
We do. We actually did
some funky.
We did a lot. In fact, we started a drill with choice ball one way, choice ball another, and then throw a ball into the rafters. We yell "squirrel" as a joke. It's a long story, but that just
we'll have to get to that later.
And then oddly enough, really late in the match, we dig a ball. That's a bomb from South Carolina, and it literally missed every single beam and went
in between it
into the stands, and we had multiple.
It's like one of your golf shots through the trees,
ready for it to come back. Yeah, but I never get through the trees. I find the trees, but it was just, and so that's what makes that environment tough, and you can overcome it. And we certainly missed too many serves to win, but it's different. It's harder for them. And I understand why.
Let's do one of our weekly accolades before we get to our first time out here during the show tonight. Let's start with the Save of the Week by Fairlife Milk. Save of the Week is brought to you by Fairlife Milk. Discover protein shakes by Fairlife Milk. Explore the 26-gram and 42-gram high-protein drinks, perfect for workout, recovery, and nutrition.
There's 2 pretty good ones. Emily Canaan had a ridiculous one-arm fling that went right up to Stuckey to Anaya for a kill, but probably Ella Vogel knocking over the scorer's table at South Carolina.
She knocked over the whole table?
The whole table went down. In fact, I thought the officials were going to blow a whistle as we gave them a free ball, and I was kind of hoping for a whistle, and they let it play out. We ended up winning the volley. But, yeah, we had to, me and staff literally during the volley were grabbing this table and putting it back over. It was their table has 4 sections, and she completely took one out.
Wow. I got to go back and watch the video on that one.
You'd need an extended view because it's past the court.
Okay, with that note, we will take our first time out. You're listening to The Ryan Theis Show. Back after this brief intermission.
If it happens in Gator Nation,
you hear it on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Gator champions play here.
WRUF, powered by ESPN.
The commitment from IDC to first responders is really extraordinary.
Veteran firefighter Johnny Hinton talks about International Diamond Center's ongoing support for our heroes in uniform.
IDC has helped us raise just massive amounts of money.
Johnny says in addition to corporate gifts to support charity fundraisers, IDC is there every day, helping first responders with an extra 15% discount on any purchase.
Again, thank you guys so much.
International Diamond Center at Celebration Point.
90 years ago, 9 University of Florida faculty members started something big, Campus USA Credit Union, the first credit union on a U.S. college campus. Today, Campus USA is 160,000 members strong, proudly serving the community with auto loans, business loans, mortgages, and more. Whether you're just starting out or building your future, Campus is here to help you every step of the way. Stop by any Campus location or join the team at campuscu.com. Campus USA Credit Union, celebrating 90 years of better banking.
Hey, have you ever talked to Ruse Agra over at State Farm?
Oh yeah, Ruse is awesome. Helped me get a ton of coverage for way less than I expected, and he serves all of North Florida. Super friendly too, actually takes time to explain everything.
Really? I thought State Farm would be pricey.
Nope, surprisingly great rates. You get that neighborly service you don't find everywhere. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I might give Ruse at State Farm a call.
You should. Call 352-240-1779 for a free quote. You'll be glad you did.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Looking for a roof you can trust to weather any storm? Atlantic Roofing has been covering North Central Florida for over 20 years. We're a third-generation, locally owned roofing company. From Alachua to Marion, Bradford, Levy, Gilchrist, Columbia, and beyond, we've got your home, your business, and your back. Visit AtlanticRoofing.com or call today for your free estimate. Atlantic Roofing, where quality rises above.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power and rise to a whole new level of recovery. Protein to build muscle. Electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to power on. Champion your recovery with Core Power.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
It's the Ryan Theis Show, right here on WRUF.
That's why he's the best in the business. Our engineer tonight, our producer, is AJ. It is a little hot in the studio tonight, I guess, with the cold wave we had recently. They turned the heaters on in the building. Hey, don't settle for a knockoff diamond when you can get the best diamonds at the best price at International Diamond Center in Celebration Point. International Diamond Center, the official jeweler of the Florida Gators. It's the Ryan Theis Show, now until 7 o'clock if you'd like to be part of the show. Kira Hutson's also here tonight, so you want to get a question or comment in for her, the Gator outside hitter, redshirt freshman. And you got to do it this way, by using the Meldon Law fan phone line. Meldon Law, the official accident law firm partner of the Florida Gators. Meldon Law, we won't back down. The number to call is 352-392-8255. Again, 352-392-8255. You can also send us via email, theryantheisshow@gmail.com, and we'll go to that email inbox now. We have Dub, who sent us this question, and I don't know what to make of it, but maybe you can. Do you like normal sets versus quick sets? Either one. Let's go to Kira. The quick set or a normal, I guess, floater set that's up in the air a little bit longer? I don't know.
That's a hard question. I think they both have their pros. I mean, quick set, you most likely have a seam, so it's like a pretty easy given shot before you even go up to hit the ball. But a high set gives you more creative ability as an outside, going off the hands and controlling the angles a little bit more.
Yeah, and I would say if we have a quick set, it means we passed well or dug well. So I would vote for that one.
Okay. Let's go back for one more from our inbox. As a teacher and coach, it's been said that we are what we tolerate. But to the untrained eye, it seems like we tip too much. Is excessive tipping a part of your game plan, or we are working on just other shot selections for the pins?
Yeah, I mean, there's a fine line between hitting errors and tipping. Are you tipping because you feel like you can get a kill? Are you tipping because your feet are not to the ball and or set location dictates where you can go? So, our players are instructed. So we call it set dictated, right? So if a set, for example, to an outside hitter goes all the way to the antenna, the hitter cannot likely hit that ball extremely sharp cross court, right? Because they would have to get to it before it reaches a certain point. So they should probably hit that ball line. And if they feel they can't hit it line, they probably have to tip that ball. So it's something like 81% of attacks are set dictated balls. And so based on their timing, based on their rhythm, can they take a quality swing? And how big is their window? So some players are really fast through an attack zone. So there's no question you want pressure and pace on every single attack. But based on what's going on around you, is that possible? So if tipping a few more balls means a few less hitting errors and allows us to block and defend, we're okay with that. If our kill percentage is dropping below 35% and things like that, that just means we're probably not having first to second touch quality or second to third touch quality. So all of those things come into play. Oftentimes, fans only remember our missed serves and our tips, but not the other team's missed serve and the other team tips as well.
We've seen a lot of tipping from other teams that come into the O'Connell Center as well.
Yep.
If it's not a great set, you want to keep it in play, and like you said, go back and play defense.
Yeah, and if it's set dictated, for example, if the set that I just referred to is way inside, and you go to hit cross, well, the blocker knows that ball's inside and is trying to take cross away.
Okay. For Kira, when you're looking at a set that is in a good position for you, and you're going up, what goes through your mind in terms of taking the line, taking the cross court, or a tip shot? What is going through your mind? I've people asked me that before. What are these hitters thinking about when they approach the net? They've got a good approach. They've got a good set. What shot selection?
So it's actually a little more elaborate than that. Like, I'm trying to think about it before the ball's even set. Like, is the middle a step away? Like, are they taking like a bite on the middle? Are they taking a bite towards me? Like, what are they doing? Like, am I going to have a seam or not? And I kind of go from there. Sometimes I can be a little too predictive, and then I end up picking it before. But a lot of the time, it starts before that ball's even up in the air. And then once you're up there, you're just trying to decide, like, if this is, like, pushed out, you have to know your blocker's on that line. So am I throwing it off the block? Am I going up and over? Like, where's the right back defender? So it's just like a domino effect of things I'm looking at.
A quick follow-up to that. We've seen a lot more extended contact, if you will, push shots from the middles and from pin hitters. Your opinion in terms of that being allowed more, in terms of when I first started calling matches, if it was extended, beyond a swing, it was called a lift.
So, you're absolutely right, Tom. They don't call anything anymore. So you can double to your own side. You can throw. 3 years ago, we got this memo that we're going to start calling dunks and throws, and that's loosened back up. One of the reasons it's tough to get kills now is you never, ever, for the first 24 years I did this, after Kira digs a ball, could I open hand flip a ball up into the air? Like that was a lift for eternity. And now that's just
doubles aren't called either.
Right. That's just common practice. So when I say, and I've said this for weeks on the show, I don't know if people realize how hard it is to get a kill in the SEC or in high-level Division I volleyball. Like, it's really, you get 14 and a half a game if you're good, and that's on 35 attempts, right? So 1/3 of the time you are attacking a ball, you are doing a phenomenal job if you can score, right? And it's just how big and physical blockers are and defenders are. And these new rules, so sometimes you're better off to just throw it to open space because they're just not calling it.
Okay. Let's go to our next weekly accolade. It's the Defensive Player of the Week. Defensive Player of the Week brought to you by Ruse Ogra, State Farm Insurance. State Farm agent Ruse Ogra is your go-to agent in Gainesville and North Central Florida for the service you deserve at the price you want. Defensive Player of the Week.
This has come up a few times, but Lily Hayes, continues to do a nice job back there. 26 digs over the 2 matches, 3.7 per set. She finished with 10 assists, so pretty good secondary setting out of her. again, once in a while, if somebody has a great blocking performance, you can throw defensive at them. Or, for example, if Lily had 26 digs, but Kira in not playing 6 rotations had 19, you would go that way. But Lily continues to do a nice job there.
How impressive has that been for her to step in as a freshman from the first match of the year and take over the libero?
Yeah, there's 2 positions I typically, when I talk to a recruit, they're all hard to transition from high school club to collegiate. If you're an outside hitter, it's way harder to get a kill. If you're a middle, the speed of the game is completely significant. But as a freshman libero, you are so used to playing in tournaments where no one serves you. And we try and get our players to pass between 60 and 150 balls per day at practice. Like, we want that many reps. And as a club player, if you fail in those situations, say you get aced, say you see 10 balls at a club practice and 20 balls at a tournament. If you fail 10% of the time, that's 2 failures. In our practices, you might fail 6, 10, 12 times, and that can really demoralize a freshman libero, but it's just the more reps, the ball is moving faster. So, for her to just step in and handle all those things and be pretty low error in that position is really impressive.
Let's flip the coin and go with the Offensive Player of the Week next. Offensive Player of the Week brought to you by Campus USA Credit Union. Put some star power to work in your financial life with Campus USA Credit Union.
I'm going to go Combo Award because, as you said,
you love Combo Award.
We have that executive power.
We do.
We have yet to receive complaints about co-awards. The middle blockers. I thought you'd mentioned Jayla earlier. Pretty impressive. Alec pumped out 2 pretty good matches this weekend. We'll call them offensive.
And that leads us to one of our questions from online. Your thoughts on how dynamic the offense is, especially Jayla and Alec in the middle, and their contributions on the offense.
So a week ago, I believe a commentator asked me before the match, is setting your middles 25% of the balls, by design, and that was by far the highest in the SEC. And what I would tell you is,
2 pretty good middles.
2 pretty good middles that can kill it, so why wouldn't we, right? Those 2 are pretty special. And a third one, Amaya Thomas, who isn't getting a ton of minutes, we got 3 really good middles on our team.
All right. With that answer to that question from Ryan Theis, alongside Kira Hutson tonight, Tom Collett here. We'll take our next time out here on the Ryan Theis Show as you listen on WRUF.
WRUF, your home of the NFL.
Every great team is built on a solid game plan, sharp execution, and total trust in the crew beside you. At Quality Plumbing, we bring that same championship mindset to every job we do. For over 40 years, we've been the starting lineup for homes and businesses across North Central Florida, delivering reliable service, expert craftsmanship, and big wins for our customers. Call us today or visit qualityplumbing.com. We're your first string team. License number CFC 043073.
Gear up to root on the Gators at the University of Florida Bookstore at the Wrights Union. The UF Bookstore will be open from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. for all the orange and blue gear you need. There's a large selection of clearance items throughout the clothing department with many items up to 50% off original price. This is a great time to expand your Gator wardrobe and save some money too. So as you look to root on the Gators, debut some new orange and blue gear at the UF Bookstore, open noon to 5 on Sunday. So to score, just remember the University of Florida Bookstore inside the Wrights Union on campus, and go Gators!
Looking for a roof you can trust to weather any storm? Atlantic Roofing has been covering North Central Florida for over 20 years. We're a 3rd-generation locally owned roofing company. From Alachua to Marion, Bradford, Levy, Gilchrist, Columbia, and beyond, we've got your home, your business, and your back. Visit AtlanticRoofing.com or call today for your free estimate. Atlantic Roofing, where quality rises above.
Are you ready to raise your game when it comes to your Gators gear? Head over to Alma Mater in Gainesville. You'll find just what you need to rep your team in style. From one-of-a-kind Gator tees and hats to NIL gear, they've got the perfect Gator swag for every fan in all kinds of weather. Whether it's game day or any day, you'll be winning with officially licensed apparel found nowhere else. Locally owned, locally produced. Alma Mater, in-store at the corner of 34th and University or online at almamaterdesign.com.
Pass, set, kill, point, Florida. Gator Volleyball fans, do you want to get closer to the action and support your favorite student athletes? Join the Gator Attack Club, the official booster club for Florida Volleyball. Your membership gets you exclusive access to events like Meet the Team socials, pre-match coaches' corners, and post-match receptions. To join the fun, visit GatorAttackClub.org. The Gator Attack Club. Join now and get ready to cheer the Gators on to victory. Go Gators!
It's football season, touchdowns and celebrations, and unfortunately, injuries. If you're injured, call Titan MRI and Imaging. No need to deal with long wait times and high costs to get your scans done. Titan MRI and Imaging will save you time and money. And the experience at Titan MRI and Imaging, much more personal than the sterile atmosphere of a hospital. Joe and his team are personally involved and will guide you through the entire process at any of their 3 convenient locations. So if you need a scan, call Titan MRI and Imaging. Learn more at TitanMRI.com.
The Ryan Theis Show continues here on WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and anywhere in the world on the WRUF mobile app.
It's time to join the Gator Attack Club, the official booster club for Florida Volleyball. To join the fun, visit us at GatorAttackClub.org. The Gator Attack Club. Be ready to cheer the Gators on to victory.
Gator Attack Club's been around a long time, as almost as long as the Florida Volleyball program. So it's a great way to support the team, get more information about the team, and really feel part of the Gator team, the Gator Nation, as is volleyball.
I was on the phone with Sharon, the president, today. The great supporters of the team, for sure. The history of it, I'll have to rely on your knowledge of that.
You remember Jack Garrett traveling around everywhere, right?
I do.
Yeah. He'd go to All-Away matches, too, with that hat with all the the pins from all the different places he went.
He might even gone on the Europe trip with my wife's era back in like 90.
Wow, now we're reaching back. I
mean, listen, you brought it up.
Yeah. Do the players know how good your wife was as a Florida Gator?
Yeah. We look at her face on the wall.
Oh, yeah. Her nickname, do you know her nickname?
I don't.
The Hammer. She was the hammer from the right side. She was.
She would hit a
pretty darn good
top spin, like before people jump top spin, because she would just hit it hard. But this was a long time ago.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna roll the Star Wars entrance in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah,
definitely. Let's go to our next weekly accolade. But before we do that, let's remind the fans listening out there, either on radio or streaming or watching on YouTube, you can reach us on the Meldon Law fan phone line. Meldon Law is the official accident law partner of the Florida Gators. Meldon Law, we won't back down, 352-392-8255. Your questions and comments for Ryan and for Kira. And we go to our next accolade. It's the hitter of the week, and it's brought to you by Titan MRI and Imaging. Titan MRI and Imaging has the same-day scheduling available and easy self-pay. Now with 2 locations in Gainesville and 1 in Lake City, please start feeling better today. TitanMRI.com. It's your choice. Hitter of the week.
Well, I think if when you choose offensive player as hitters, I think we need to stick with the middles on this one. In fact, if you want to say Jayla got offensive player, you could say Alec was hitter.
Okay, that was a quick and easy.
You bet.
Answer.
Those two had a great weekend.
Yes, they did. Okay, we go back to our email inbox. We have one from Victoria here. And it is, let's see, she actually sent in a few. What needs to happen? This is a perfect segue into our segment here. What needs to happen both offensively and defensively in the match to win against Texas, your next opponent?
You want to try this one as a future collegiate coach?
Yeah, sure. Well, obviously we got to score. Like, they're very good at defense. They have 2 that are basically just 2 liberos back there, and then a great outside hitter in Tori. So we really just need to stay on the edges of the block and try and make them work for their points. And on the defensive end, just touch as many balls. Just get in their head.
I think that's a great answer.
Well said. I feel like it's a wedding, something old, something new. You mentioned Tori coming over from Pitt, and they have in Spears, the freshman, a pretty potent 1-2 punch. They've got to be near the top of the scouting chart in terms of what you've got to look for from Texas.
Yeah, they can score points out of a lot of positions, but without a doubt, as I started studying those guys, Sunday, Monday, those 2 stand out.
And these Longhorns, to both of you, they're not going to be in a very good mood after the weekend they had. They go to Texas A&M on Halloween night and get beaten 5. And then Kentucky comes in to Gregory. This doesn't happen very often, and they sweep them. Of course, the last two sets were 28-26 and 27-25 as Texas fought to try to stay alive. But an 0-2 weekend doesn't usually happen to the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, I would guess our team, Kira, obviously relationship with Jordan, who came from there, probably knows more about their feelings than I do. At this point. I don't know if you want to chime in on that one at all. But, yeah, no, it's the SEC's tough that way. I mean, there's some tough weeks in there. We got 6 out of 7, over a 4-week span or something like that.
Yes.
That's not easy to do in the league.
Well, you've got Texas and Texas A&M coming up. Your next two matches, of course, we had the question about Texas. They played in front of 9,800 at A&M, and then they packed Gregory with over 4,100. So those are two great atmospheres. You talked about atmosphere at South Carolina. Quadruple or tenfold the attendance, and you've got a loud atmosphere to play in at both of those locations.
Yeah, but probably same crowd noise in terms of South Carolina, just in terms of
right
capacity.
On top of you.
But if we could throw 9,000 in the dome Friday night, I'd love that from our community.
Fan support has been good. It's got to really get the team involved in terms of when you look up in the stands, you see the lower bowl full, and then up into the second level at the O'Connell Center.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of when we played Wisconsin my freshman year, and we packed it like 10,000 people. It was insane. Like the chanting of the Go Gators, like I could feel it in my core, and that was like my oh my God, like this is it kind of moment. Even though I was on the court, I was like, I'm part of something bigger. So I hope to feel that again against Texas.
We've got our first caller of the evening. Meldon Law is the official accident law firm partner of the Florida Gators. Meldon Law, we won't back down. Let's go to the Meldon Law phone line now, where we have Porter standing by.
Hey, Porter crushed a call last week. I'm assuming it's the same Porter.
We should do caller of the week maybe.
Yeah,
too,
caller of the week, Porter.
Let's go to Porter. Porter, go ahead with your question or comment for Kira and head coach Ryan Theis.
Will do. I wanted to ask two questions. One is about the NCAA tournament. I know in basketball they pretty much do not pair conference teams up the first weekend and try to avoid it in the Sweet 16. Do they sort of try and follow that in volleyball as well? It's going to be so tough with as many competitive teams as we do have in this league.
Yeah, great question. Yeah, no, they do. I would say similar. So we seed 1 through 32, and they will be a little bit conscious, like, I don't know how to describe it. So a 4 is going to play a 5, right? Because we seed 32 instead of 64. So a 4 is going to play a 5, and if that's going to happen, they'll try and avoid conference matchups and put a different 4 with a different 5. The committee in the past has done a really good job with that. Eventually it has to happen, right? As it does in basketball as well.
I know your predecessor used to call it your friendly neighborhood NCAA tournament because they want to minimize travel too and make sure that regions are represented with teams from that region as much as they can. More bus trips than plane trips.
Yeah, and that was a huge emphasis for a long time. And I would say we've gotten better as volleyball has become more popular, more fans, more TV eyes. The NCAA has opened up for lack of a better term, opened up the checkbook and allowed us to fly a little bit more to create better and more equitable matchups in the first and second round.
Porter, your second question. Go ahead.
If the Atlantic Coast now includes Stanford and Cal, I don't really think we need to worry too much about travel. But anyway, my other question is about substitutions. I don't exactly know how. I know there's a limit of how many substitutions you can have, and I know wherever the players start at in a rotation at the beginning of the game, you can't change that. But how does maybe trying to not substitute like you would want to in a game that's going back and forth to try and have the substitution? Does that play in? Do you ever get in where you're trying to save your substitutions as far as coaching? I'll take it off the air. I was curious about that. Thanks. Go Gators. Be safe.
Porter, another good question. Yeah, absolutely. If you watch, for example, when you see Taylor Parks show up in a match to serve a ball, it's because she's a phenomenal server. But that's going to cost us 1 or 2 substitutions, and we get 15 per set, which is a lot. Right now we use a lot of front row and back row combinations, so we use anywhere from 12 to 15 sets, almost single set we play. What helps us and allows us to use a Taylor Parks and other players on our team in substitution roles is a point run. So when we go up 6-2, I know that we just scored 6 points and only rotated once or twice. So that allows us the ability to probably have a serve sub later. In a set where you see us go 1-1, 2-2, 10-10, 11-11, and nobody scores a bunch of points in a row, we're extremely limited in substitutions. One of the reasons Kira's so valuable for us is she can transition from a back row player, stay in and be a front row player, allow us to use a serve sub. As Tom mentioned earlier, I think she's our best blocking pin hitter. And so we can use her in that capacity to help save some subs and maybe sneak in a really good server.
Great question, Porter. Again, that number to call is 352-392-8255.
Caller of the week.
Caller of the week.
Yeah.
Perfect segue into our next weekly accolade. It's the sub of the week, brought to you by Atlantic Roofing and Exteriors. Atlantic Roofing provides a wide range of roofing solutions for both residential and commercial. With more than 50 years of experience, look no further than Atlantic Roofing and Exteriors.
Yeah, Lauren Harden popped in for a brief stint and did great. It was fun to see her out there. A teammate obviously supporting. For those who don't know Lauren very well, she is one of the most positive and upbeat personalities on our team and comes in every single day and works hard. And so to have her come in and take a couple of swings, and I believe the kill she registered was after a good swing generated an overpass that I think she took care of, and the bench went crazy. It was fun to see.
Yeah, I had that in my notes. I was sharing with Kira when we were off the air for a moment during commercial break that I had some notes on her, and I looked at Lauren Harden's when you started saying that. She had played against Mississippi State, got the final 2 kills in set number 1 to end on a 6-0 run to win that set against Mississippi State in your SEC opener. She was ready to go, and she finished with a career-high 9 kills. So you've got to be ready when your number's called.
Absolutely, and again, with her attitude, it's great for us to have her out there and ready to come in and help us when needed.
Let's get one more weekly accolade in before we take another timeout. Ace of the Week brought to you by Quality Plumbing. When you need a quality plumbing, rely on the same company that Gainesville has trusted for over 40 years. Quality Plumbing. Their name says it all.
Yes.
Ace of the Week. Had to be against Georgia because you served it very well
at
Georgia.
You're absolutely right, but was it against Georgia that Meetza had the 3 in a row? I think the hat trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's set 2 maybe against Georgia, Millie for short. I think she went 3 straight aces, which in old school volleyball meant everybody's supposed to do a cartwheel, but I think from sportsmanship issues, nobody did a cartwheel.
Well, they're dancing and carrying on. They can do cartwheels, can't they?
Yeah. We have several players who are good at them. But, yeah, nobody busted that out, including the staff. No one on staff did a cartwheel.
Very good. Before we head to break, I'm going to ask Kira a question because you and I talked about this. We talked about the travel to Europe and hopefully getting Hawaii back in the rotation. Where is a place that you'd like to go play that's not the Exact Tech Arena at the O'Connell Center and not in that regular rotation of Starkville and Fayetteville and places like that?
I was actually talking to Ryan about this after our foreign trip. I was like, we should go to Tokyo next time because, I'll still be here. Because, I have 6 years.
6-year plan.
Yeah. 6 years of eligibility in all. Yeah, it's because of my 2 double red shirts and whatnot. But
okay.
I was like, since I'm going to be around, I can help you guys plan for Japan. Let's do that.
Anywhere in the U.S.
Oh, in the U.S.?
Let's limit it to that.
I would love to play in New York. Playing like Madison Square Garden, that would be pretty cool. And it's not a volleyball place, but you never know. Big matchup there.
The Big Apple.
In the Big East, we played at St. John's every year. We would once every 4 years, we took the team to a Broadway show. That would be kind of fun for us to do. So maybe we'll get out to St. John's.
Okay. Well, we've got some work for Ryan Theis to do with the schedulers and see if we can make a non-conference matchup somewhere in the Big Apple, one of the boroughs of New York City. We will take a timeout here. Back with more of the Ryan Theis Show after this timeout.
Swamps don't scare us.
In fact, it's our home.
Your home for Gator football. WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
WRUF.
Powered by ESPN.
Pass, set, kill. Point, Florida. Gator volleyball fans, do you want to get closer to the action and support your favorite student athletes? Join the Gator Attack Club, the official booster club for Florida Volleyball. Your membership gets you exclusive access to events like Meet the Team socials, pre-match coaches' corners, and post-match receptions. To join the fun, visit GatorAttackClub.org. The Gator Attack Club. Join now. and get ready to cheer the Gators on to victory. Go Gators!
The jewelry store with the most likes, the most positive reviews, the most raving fans is International Diamond Center.
IDC is definitely a place that I will come to as long as I live here. This will be my go-to place always.
Literally the best jewelry store in town. You'll make friends for life coming in here. I felt like family from the beginning. The value was extraordinary.
I've got a beautiful diamond on my finger, and I'm very proud of it.
International Diamond Center.
I'm very happy to show it off.
At Celebration Point and online at shopidc.com.
Looking for a roof you can trust to weather any storm? Atlantic Roofing has been covering North Central Florida for over 20 years. We're a third-generation, locally owned roofing company. From Alachua to Marion, Bradford, Levy, Gilchrist, Columbia, and beyond, we've got your home, your business, and your back. Visit AtlanticRoofing.com or call today for your free estimate. Atlantic Roofing, where quality rises above.
Hey, have you ever talked to Ruse Agra over at State Farm?
Oh yeah, Ruse is awesome. Helped me get a ton of coverage for way less than I expected, and he serves all of North Florida. Super friendly too, actually takes time to explain everything.
Really? I thought State Farm would be pricey.
Nope, surprisingly great rates. You get that neighborly service you don't find everywhere. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I might give Ruse at State Farm a call.
You should. Call 352-240-1779 for a free quote. You'll be glad you did.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
90 years ago, 9 University of Florida faculty members started something big, Campus USA Credit Union, the first credit union on a U.S. college campus. Today, Campus USA is 160,000 members strong, proudly serving the community with auto loans, business loans, mortgages, and more. Whether you're just starting out or building your future, Campus is here to help you every step of the way. Stop by any campus location or join the team at campuscu.com. Campus USA Credit Union, celebrating 90 years of better banking.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
It's the Ryan Theis Show, right here on WRUF.
Don't settle for a knockoff diamond when you can get the best diamonds at the best price. International Diamond Center, located in Celebration Point, the official jeweler of the Florida Gators.
Very well done. The Ryan Theis Show here on WRUF. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, you can send us a chat message as well. I see one, it looks like over there. And it says, Jack Garrett was on the 1997 European trip.
Yeah. Yep,
1997.
Lou Mans was also on that trip.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And that's from, what's the handle there? The Wolverine FF2RS.
I don't know the Wolverine.
I don't
sure
know who
I've
the Wolverine
met him
is.
or her.
You probably have. Again, that number to call to be part of our show is 352-392-8255. As we sit here on November 4th now, I should remember that. It's my son's birthday. Happy birthday, son. If there's some way you could listen or watch the show, we appreciate that. Talk to you later. Kentucky at the top of the league now at 11-0, followed by Texas A&M 11-1, Texas at 10-2. You alluded to it earlier. Florida at 4th in the league at 8-4, which leads us to our next weekly feature, and I'll just flip to that right now. We want to look at the quality or top SEC matches that fans should be able to look at, and that's brought to you by Alma Mater, the ultimate Florida Gator store right here in Gainesville, where you'll find everything you need to show your Gator pride. Alma Mater, 34th and University, right behind one of my favorite stops after a match, PDQ. And I know you've got the schedule up, but if you weren't coaching in Florida, you weren't playing in Florida, you look at that schedule, where would you like to be to see some great volleyball action?
You know, looking at it, I think I'd have to go Texas A&M and Auburn, because Auburn runs that fast offense, and Texas A&M is just super physical blocking, so I'd love to see how that plays out. And also, LSU and South Carolina. I know you said to leave the Florida Gators out of it, but those are two teams that beat us that I would love a win against. But I would love to see them go head-to-head and see who's the best.
Ryan, how about you? Anything on the list? I have one. I always liked going to Missouri. Didn't always like the outcome, but they packed the house. They're very knowledgeable volleyball fans in Missouri. They've had a back to prominence, if you will, bringing in the new coach a few years back, and they got number 2 Kentucky coming into town, so that would be a cool one to go to.
Yeah, again, if you're asking me to pick non-Florida ones, I'd watch Ole Miss, Georgia.
Okay.
Just for the sheer fact that Ole Miss, I feel like, is having a really good second half of SEC play with competitive scores and matches, and we're going to have to watch that because we're going to have to get those guys at their place in, 10 days or so.
Tennessee and Kentucky is another one that on Sunday that jumps out at me that would be a cool one to go see at Memorial Coliseum in Lexington.
You bet.
Yep. Okay, up next, the Libero Play of the Week. Libero Play of the Week is brought to you by UF Bookstores. We don't sell diplomas, just everything you need to get one. UF Bookstores, your one-stop shop for all things Gators.
If we give Ella Vogel the defensive play of the week, then let's give Emily Cannon that Libero Play of the Week for the sweet one-handed dive straight into Stuckey's hands, leading to an Anaya kill. I think we were trailing at the time. I think it was 9-4, and then all of a sudden, boom, that happens, sparks momentum, and we get a four-point run.
We actually had one question that came in on the email inbox as well, theryanticeshow@gmail.com. Can you bring Emily on the show?
Yeah. Yes, we can. She would do wonderful. Let's book it for next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if Emily's schedule
we have to
allows
ask
it, right?
her. Right. Yeah. We have to ask her. And assuming she'll come on, let's get her on.
And the players' appearances sponsored by the Gator Attack Club.
Yep.
So we appreciate them making that happen for us this season because of NIL and the way the system works. How about NIL? Do you like it, the way it's kind of unfolded now from the Wild Wild West now to a little more structure with it?
I mean, I personally have never really done like the NIL thing, like with brand deals and whatnot. I think is a great opportunity, obviously, for all student athletes, just because it is our job to be an athlete here on top of being a student.
Right.
But I recently did my first like little brand thing with Jordan, and I thought it was so much fun, and it kind of made me want to start doing some more.
Oh, very cool. How many followers do you have on the TikTok and the Instagram and all the places where fans can follow?
I probably have like 4,000 on each of them, but I'm pretty proud of my TikTok. I like to post a lot of my fails, and I've had a couple that will get like close to like 500,000 views. So I enjoy doing that, really. Just making people laugh, honestly.
I had no idea you were so popular. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
I think I have like 11 followers on the Instagram that Caroline helps me with.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to our last weekly feature. We're going to change it up a little bit because we talked about the matches to watch this coming week. Keys to the match for Florida to earn a victory over Texas. And the keys to the match are brought to you by Doreen Wiebe, realtor with Coldwell Banker M.M. Parrish. Are you in the market to buy or sell your home? Doreen Wiebe, realtor with Coldwell Banker M.M. Parrish, will provide you with fast, friendly, and reliable service. Call her today at 352-562-1411. Again, that number is 352-562-1411 to help you make your dream come true and come home.
Yeah, the key for me, and we said this before we played Kentucky, a really good team. We're higher, higher than we'd like to be, and so for 3 sets, we play clean enough to get them 3 times, right? And against Kentucky, we did it twice, where we scored points,
right there.
And we didn't give a lot away. And can we do that 3 times against Texas? And that's the goal, is to string them together longer.
Kira, personal goal for you in the match? How would you like to perform in the various aspects of the game? And for your team, what as a team do you have to accomplish to beat Texas here? On your home court, protect the home court.
I mean, as we mentioned before, I get served almost every single ball. So that's what I'm going and expecting against Texas. And the most I can do for that is just keep working on it and keep passing. Like, I'll stay after a little bit to get a couple more reps and just build that mentality of, like, this ball's getting up, this ball is going to go to the middle. Like, we need our middles involved. So that starts with the pass. That's
Florida and Texas on Friday night at 7 o'clock. It's time for us to wrap it up here. Our thanks to AJ, our engineer tonight, Kevin Winter, the producer here at WRUF. The executive producer of the Ryan Theis Show is Freddie Wiebe. Our thanks to Kira Hutson for joining us tonight on the Ryan Theis Show. And now for Ryan Theis, I am Tom Collett saying good night from the studios of WRUF. Hope to see each and every one of you out at Exact Tech Arena on Friday with First Serve just after 7 o'clock. Nick Saronis and I will be on the radio call from the arena. Until next week, Tuesday at 6 o'clock, good night from the Ryan Theis Show.
From the swamp
to the hardwood
to the diamond,
no one does Gator sports like we do.
Your home for Gator sports is WRUF
98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Powered by ESPN.
It's football season, touchdowns and celebrations.